Hey there everyone, I'm Meteorologist Jennifer Lambers with the latest update on the severe weather threat that we are looking at for today. Now, I want to go ahead, just have everyone in the comments, if you can hear me okay, just go ahead, let me know. Also, let me know where you're watching from so far for this Wednesday afternoon. Now, conditions out there, they're nice right now. If you've stepped outside, we're starting to see our temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, sunshine, hard to believe that we are talking about strong to severe storms on the way. But yes, they are. And we are keeping a close eye on where they are now and also what's ahead of them. And so that's going to be us heading further on into this Wednesday evening and into overnight. So if you have any Wednesday afternoon, evening plans, you really want to focus in on this, maybe bring anything that you may have outdoors inside. Also, if you have anything that people would be driving to, well, just keep that in mind as well, because this is not going to be good driving conditions. May just want to keep folks at home and delay any events that you may have if you have that opportunity to. So let's go ahead, dive right in, see what we're looking at, and also just a reminder that I am monitoring those comments on Facebook. In case you have any questions, just go ahead and pop it down there and I will try and answer those as soon as I can. But let's go ahead and just check out this SPC map. This is going to be that severe weather risk. So you can start to see some different colors here from what we saw yesterday. That brown in southern Louisiana, also just creeping over into southern Mississippi. That's going to be getting closer towards us. That's that enhanced risk zone, so 3 out of 5. So the Buxton viewing area not included in that brown color for that enhanced risk. However, we could see that creep further towards the east. So keep that in mind, especially the coastal areas, coastal Mobile County, coastal Baldwin County, the Panhandle. That's where we would mainly see a lot of this change, because we're the slight risk, that yellow portion, that's what's looking at the higher chances to see some of these stronger storms for today. And when I say stronger storms, I'm talking about heavy rain, especially damaging straight line winds. So if you have any Halloween decorations outside, bring those in. You don't want those flying away. Trash day, if you have your trash can outside, if trash day is tomorrow, don't put it out just yet heading into this evening. Just try and remember to leave that out before tomorrow morning. Maybe set that alarm too. You don't want to put that out until tomorrow. So we are looking at that 2 out of 5 risk zone, 1 out of 5 for our inland counties. That's going to just include our inland counties, so Clark County, also Monroe County too. So 1 out of 5 risk zone there for Jackson, Evergreen, north of Bruton. And just also remember, storms don't follow lines. So if you're just barely outside of that yellow, still want to pay attention, especially when we could have the potential for that enhanced risk zone to continue to move further. Now here's where the line of storms is right now. I don't have it on radar. I'll pop that up in a minute, but you can just see where that line of storms is, where there's a line of severe thunderstorm warnings. So they are seeing bowing straight line winds, very strong, gusty, and also that yellow, that's going to be that tornado watch. Now the National Weather Service here locally said that there is potential for us to be put under a watch heading further on into this evening. So do keep in mind that you may get those alerts on your phone if they do decide to extend that watch, that potential is there for us for this evening for that tornado watch possible. Also, flash flood warnings behind this. Coastal spots, we are under a coastal flood advisory, that this line of storms could still contain just some heavy rain in this as well. I am going to go ahead and pop up the radar for this. There you go. Just that way you can see where that line of storms is. If you know anyone in the Lake Charles area, there were a couple of tornado warnings earlier in the day. I think at about one point there were 3 active tornado warnings, one even showing a debris signature. And so that's going to be that lofted material into the air, more of showing that that is a confirmed tornado. So there was at least one earlier this afternoon, just about an hour and a half ago. Now, what we're just continuing to monitor at this time is that it's going to be continuing to push east, so closer towards Mobile, closer towards the Panhandle, but that's not going to be until later tonight. That's why we're seeing sunshine and clear skies at this point. Also, just looking at some of the comments, someone just wanting to know what time is going to be the worst of the weather. The time frame that we have starting in our Mississippi county is going to be starting at around 5 p.m. For Mobile and Baldwin, that main range going to be possibly beginning the earliest at around 7 p.m. So dinner time, when you possibly have any outdoor plans, That's why I am advising folks that if you have anything going on tonight, move them inside, cancel that if you can, just because prime time is when this is going to be moving through. We'll run through the futurecast just here in a moment, but so far, just looking at radar, you can see it's quiet, just starting to see some of that cloud cover, all of the activity just further off away from us, slowly heading our way. Going to start to see a lot of that sunshine go with it too. These lines just tracking through Arkansas, through Louisiana, and down towards the Gulf. Now, as we check out your storm headlines, the timing for this is going to be heading further on into your Wednesday evening and into the overnight hours. So Panhandle, not going to be seeing this until much later tonight. So for any late night plans that you may have on the Panhandle, again, bring those inside. This is going to be tracking from the west to the east, so just into the overnight hours. That slight risk level is what we're looking at, and the main impacts, those gusty winds, hail, and isolated tornadoes. This is also when I would like to remind folks to make sure you have a way to get alerts. Make sure you have a backup way. Never rely on tornado sirens. Have that Fox 10 News app downloaded, always a great idea. Let's go ahead and time things out on the futurecast. Starting off so far for this afternoon, you can just start to see some of that cloud cover, quiet conditions out there, and then making our way into the afternoon. We're still staying quiet, so if you have to pick up your kids from school, don't worry, you're looking at good conditions there. Just go ahead, pick up your kids. Don't need that rain jacket or that umbrella. Although some spotty showers can't be ruled out, not looking at any of the severe weather just yet. And then we start to get towards 5 and 6 p.m. Expecting this to be when our Mississippi counties start to see the front line of this. Now you can start to see it creeping ahead just a little bit. I don't want you to take this futurecast to heart though. The range for the timing is still flexible. So about an hour, 2 hours is around when this could happen. So again, don't take the futurecast to heart. This is why we give you a range for these times. A lot of variables go into this timing, especially with some of that daytime heating ahead of it. This could really help to speed up this line, or also this line could slow down as well. So that's why I keep just saying a range there. Pretty much after 5 p.m. expecting for our Mississippi counties to start to see some of that heavy rain and some of those straight line winds. Now I'm going to slowly just toggle this ahead so you can start to see a little bit in that delay. That's going to be 2 hours that this futurecast is taking it to cross from the western side of Mobile County to the eastern side. That's how big this range is for that time. So starting to wind down towards bed, you're going to be hearing this thunder, seeing this lightning, heavy rains at this point. Again, coastal flood advisory in place for our southern areas in Mobile and Baldwin counties. Heavy rain rates possible, about 1 to 2 inches just within about an hour. So any low-lying areas, we could see some nuisance flooding, but not expecting any dangerous flash flooding events from this. Also creek flooding possible as well. And then it's just starting to move through our inland spots. So you can start to see Clark County beginning to get in on some of that action. And once this moves through, the good news is that on the front of that line, that's where we're mainly going to be seeing some of those straight line winds that are going to be very gusty, but then behind it, still breezy winds, and that's going to continue further on into your week as well. Along with that tornado threat, still continuing on that front line. We've been seeing a lot of those tornado warnings earlier in Louisiana from some of this, but even behind it, still expecting some of these spotty just cells behind it, mainly for the Panhandle, heading into really early for your Thursday morning. So by this point, we would have meteorologist Michael White in. He'll continue to keep you updated on your forecast throughout Thursday morning, and also for this evening we do have team coverage as well. We will have Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith and Meteorologist Matt Barentine in, keeping you updated. Just a reminder, we have the World Series on Fox 10 tonight. We have the Astros and the Braves playing during this event, so a lot of folks probably staying inside, just watching some of that baseball, and we will have this line of strong to severe storms moving through by that point. But don't want to miss the World Series. And we will give you updates along the way as needed, just in case there are any active tornado warnings. And then after that, run into Thursday. Look at that, starting off our morning with some sunshine. So this really is going to be an evening and overnight event, expecting the majority of the action to happen in Mobile and Baldwin counties around 7 to 10 p.m. So dinner time, and also heading into the overnight hours. I did want to go ahead and give a look at our full 7-day outlook, and then I'm going to go back, track some of those lines, and also just try and answer any of the questions that may be on there. But this is our full 7-day outlook. After we get through today, you can really start to see those improving conditions. Windy from Thursday into Saturday. Isolated rain can be ruled out for Thursday. May go back and put a 20% on that. But temperature is staying on the below average, milder side. Sunday, Halloween looking great. Even Saturday, if you're doing any Halloween festivities then. And starting off for the first month of November, we're going to be in the mid 70s with plenty of sunshine, something that I like to see. We're going to go ahead and leave us on this alerts map. Again, no active tornado warnings. If you're just now tuning in, we are tracking this line of storms moving through central Louisiana at this time. Could see a tornado watch extended into our vicinity in the Fox 10 viewing area, heading further on into this afternoon and this evening. So just be aware that you may get that alert. Have multiple ways to get tornado warnings. Never rely on the tornado sirens. Those are meant for outdoor use. So I have about 10 weather apps downloaded. Highly recommend doing the same. Fox 10 News app will also send you alerts if you share your location and if you are in a tornado warned area. So here you go. I'll pop up that radar and I'm going to read through some of the comments. Hello to Latoya, Morrow, Georgia. Hello to Terry in Irvington, Shannon in Spanish Fort, Carolyn in Tillman's Corner. Zavada is watching, Shanna in Midtown Mobile, Ann in Pensacola, Ann in Robertsdale, Rhonda in Laurel, Mississippi, Lee in Richmond, Clay in Hattiesburg, Valeska in Tillman's Corner, Laverne in Bay Minette, Rhonda in Crestview. Hello to Lisa in Sims. Tracy in Indiana, Christina in Ohio, Chris in Fort Morgan, Phyllis in Connecticut, Pamela in Citronelle, Johnny in Loxley, Tracy in Indiana, Veronica in Robertsdale, Ezekiel in Georgetown, Hope in Baldwin County, Angel in Gulf Shores, Brenda in Lucedale, Debbie in Chatham, Brittany from Foley, Trina from Midtown, Koanis from Robertsdale, Jessica from Gulf Shores, Kathy from Alabama, or Frisco, Alabama, sorry, Abriana from Wilmer, Wendy from Orange Beach, Barbara from Creola, Deandra from Mobile, and then Janet from Slidell, and Christopher from Foley. So hello to everyone that is watching. Again, we are just wanting to keep you updated here on Fox 10 News throughout the way. A lot to talk about because we have this line of strong to severe storms. I really want to stress to folks, make sure you have a way to get alerts. That's the best thing that you can do heading into this evening. Have your severe weather plan in place. The timing going to be this evening. So starting after 5 p.m. for our Mississippi counties, extending to around 1 or 2 a.m. for the Panhandle. Even then, some spotty showers and thunderstorms are possible behind that. So that threat